right, it's August 2nd, I think. Start losing track of time down here at the boat. Little update. Just been working on dialing in some glassing on the hull. Trying to get this to a point right now where we can start putting gel coat on there and fairing it. Pretty exciting. Be pretty rad to get this boat one color. So I've been working on the cabin, trying to get all that glass, and then some glassing out here on the hull. So I'll show you right there. Had to put a piece around the corner, patch all the old rub rail holes, and then I put a piece of combo, like sort of similar to 1208 or something on there with mat on top. I'm gonna knife that, and yeah, check it out. You can see back here where we raised the gunnel. I've just been tapping all these little screw holes and stuff with mat. And then right here, I ground down that corner and we glassed, I just glassed all that. So I'm gonna knife this here in a second. Did this on the other side too. We're just trying to sand, kind of final sand the hull. Open up a couple of these dings. The boat went on the rocks before we got it, so these are kind of all ding repairs. So just kind of trying to let those open up and breathe a little, get a good bond to those. Might be a little bit of mat or something over those. But yeah, we're getting close to having this thing be all one color. Exciting. So you can see up here the cabin, far left, all glass, but I'm gonna put a piece of matte cloth under here on the windows, and then I think the same over the face, and then I'm capping all the edge up there with matte cloth. I glassed this whole sidewall the other day. This was all glass and started getting fill coat. That's all been sanded, and then I got to glass the roof. All right, I got all this cloth cut, prepped, and sanded on the cabin to pretty much try to glass the rest of it. See all my pieces. Sort of nerve-wracking. There's a lot of little tight corners and little tricky spots, but I'm gonna do my best. Hopefully I'll get it. I'm not doing the roof yet. I'm just capping the whole edge of the roof to go back, and then I'll just do flat pieces on the roof. That'll be super easy. So there's all my pieces laid out. I'm gonna glass put just straight matte cloth here. So then this is matte cloth with matte on top, and then this is just me matte on the face. So see how we do, and I'm going matte cloth matte over the edge. All right, it's August 28th. I went out of town for a couple of weeks, and a lot's happening on the boat. We're keeping it moving. Clint worked on it a bit. I was able to lay up some pieces and do some things before I left, and they kept it going. So yesterday I glassed in the three, there's a third one under there, scoops. Those are for the live well to fill up with water. We actually ended up glassing in these tubes right here that fill that with water, so we can still have that option, but those kind of leaked a lot and they didn't hold too well and create some turbulence on the bottom of the boat, so we don't want that water moving into the tunnel with the V-drive. So I hole sawed some like matte same size pieces, back beveled them, set them up, and then built up the glass on each side after I glued them in. Actually took like a half a day of just glassing and grinding, so got that done, and work on insulating the live well with that with this foam here. It's like 1.25" PMP foam. You're gonna get some insulation around the whole thing and on the bottom so that it holds ice for fish. And we're also splitting in the middle and putting 2 flush hashes on it, so that's gonna be killer. And when the motor came, they were able to print it out on a CNC machine on wood to mock it up in the boat and build some stringers, so I'll show you that. Yeah, we're getting a ton done. It's looking good. And these are the holes I patched in the well. Those are 3 things water filled up. Now I got these tubes so the water will run through the back of the boat. These are easier to plug. And then, so you can see the double up stringers right there. Clint glassed the shit out of these. That's the mock-up for the motor. So that's super helpful to have. That's like the transmission on the front under there. So that's where the shaft will come through. And so using that, we were able to position the motor and build these stringer double ups to put the motor mounts on later. So that came out super sick. This is the foam that we're using to insulate the well. That piece goes right there. So I'm gonna hot coat one side of this and then glass the other, and we'll like glue it up there and then tab it in. And then we'll put combing up around here for the hatches so that they're flush. And that's basically where our deck's gonna end, and then it jumps up onto the engine box. So yeah, that's sort of the layout. Some solid headway going on. Trying to just keep it moving. So we're insulating this side on the engine. I might even put a little bit in here too, just because that's where the biggest heat transfer is. Outside here, outside there, and then in here, and then we're gonna pour foam this. Then put pieces in the bottom like falses, then pour foam under that.
So got the pieces all set up. Just top coating one side. Any side is getting glued to something. And then the other side that's on the well side, we'll get glass.
All right, just glassed all these pieces of foam. It's hot as fuck. Kind of had to reshape them a little bit, but did that. Then got them all laid up, hot coated on the other side, hot coated the one side, then glassed them with like this matte combo stuff, and then another layer of matte on top. I'll show you the other pieces. Kind of crazy just how long all this stuff takes. I don't know if I'm just slow or what, but definitely get better. It takes a long time. All right, there's all my pieces, so I come back before they get all hard, and I'll razor knife the edge out. Boom. Ready to go. Those ones are already kicked, so I gotta razor edge those. All my marks are where they go. All right, we just rolled the thin coat on there. The first one to bond the gel coat to the hole. Looks so good. It's all one color. So stoked. Now he's showing me how to do it. Now we're gonna go back over and roll a thickened coat on. I think we're doing 2 thickened coats with a little bit of wax so we can sand it. We got all that white too. Look at that. Fuck, looks so good. You can see where we fared that. Nate did all that. Boom, there's the thin coat. So we got all that. Wow. All right, it's Monday, Labor Day. Was down here, put in a big day on Friday. We rolled all the gel coat on the cabin. Super pumped on that. So satisfying to see all that ugly stuff turn kind of white. Start making steps towards painting. So we're gonna put in a big day today. Work on everything back in the engine box, still insulating the well. Maybe get to some of this fairing. But yeah, making progress. I gotta patch so this boat actually went on the rocks out diving one time. The anchor broke and went on the rocks. So there's some scratches and some old dings that had gotten patched, but when I grind them out, I've already kind of ground them out, but I'm gonna grind them out a little bit more and just lay some matte on them, kind of reseal them. We're gonna end up bottom painting the boat, so it should be pretty tight when it's done, but yeah, pretty crazy. Went on the rocks, I'll show you the dings. So it's kind of like all on this side. That was one. You can see that, gotten patched. But they're just kind of like de-lambing around the edges. So I already kind of cleaned them up with the grinder, but I'm gonna dig into them a little more, fill them back up with some matte. That was this freaking scoop. So the live well used to drain out right there and then fill up. But I patched those holes up the other day. But yeah, you can see this hole. Look at that big old ding right there. It's all kind of, there's some cracks and stuff, some filler in there, but just kind of want to like open it up a little bit and just make sure that I got like a really good bond with some matte. There too. And then one down there on the strake. Those were all just like little screw holes and chingers from the screws from the extension. So I'm gonna be doing some grinding under here. Parker showed up, helped take down some fairing and earn his trips to the islands. Oh yeah. All right, just been glassing up all these panels we made for the live well insulation. These are the floor pieces. We're insulating that thing so it'll hold ice. We got a sick little game plan. So just hot gutting the undersides, blasting the sides that are full floor. We're gonna glue them down and then tap them into place. We got a bunch of different pieces, but yeah, it's coming together. Hot one today. See all the different pieces. Got some more over there.
Putting in the insulation. All the floor insulation, they weighted it down, Clint glued it in, we're gonna glass it in. Yeah, Clint.
So you make that special little tool to spread it all killer, huh? So it doesn't get all gobbed up. That's sick. Yeah.
That way you get an even. You glob it on there, you know, it's just like tiles. You don't want to just glob it.
Fuck yeah. Insulation. Fuck yeah. Just screwing it straight to that bulkhead. Patch the holes later. Okay, that's what we did on all of them. Well, actually no, we did those pieces different. That's what the weight's for. Alright, we got all the insulation pieces for the live well because we're turning that into a big insulated fish box so that it'll hold ice. And this half you can fill up with hot water for jacuzzi. It's gonna be sick. So I'm glassing all those pieces in. Clint and I have been gluing them in all morning. Fitted them all. Got them all glued in, which was sick. I learned how to do that from him. And I cut all the cloth and just laying it out to glass and gonna wet it all out right now. Using a I think it's 18 ounce matte combo and then some matte over the top. All right.
Don't knock all that over, that would be good. Sierra's first day glassing. What do you think? Not too hard?
Yeah.
You got the hang of it already?
Yeah.
Oh, I see a couple air bubbles.
I'm not finished.
Sierra came down today, helping me glass some panels for the deck. Pretty sick having her help. Grandma's watching Archie. She's seeing where I've been spending all my days down here, making sure I'm not full of shit, keeping me honest, getting it done. Thanks, babe. Yeah, let's do it.
So we're setting in the combings on the fish wall. We got all our insulation pieces all glassed in. We doubled it up on the engine box. One outside here, all the floor. So we're bending the camber into the combings that we want for the deck. Fuck yeah, it looks so good. Fuck yeah. Dry fitting all the combings. We got our center bulkhead in there to divide the fish hole, so we have 2 hatches. Deck's all dry fitted. We got a big piece of deck to go here too. We're getting there. It's all happening. got it all glued up. All the combings are in for the hatches. Deck pieces are down. Just glued that bulkhead in. I'm fitting these combings for the engine box hatch. It's coming together, it's looking so good. So Clint's putting those little dashes, I forget what he calls them, in that combing because it's pre-glossed to bend them so that we can get that same camber in it right there. So he's putting those, what's he calling them? Anyways, those same little things right there for this one. So we'll match the camber there.